The human life has developed and become more modern than ever. However, people have to face many new diseases, in which it is impossible not to mention stress due to heavy work, due to poor result in the exams. Stress is a disease that is present everywhere. While mental issues are common, the majority of New Zealand adult population, 79%, suffer no or very little mental suffering. According to Figure 2 from NZHMH, 13% of people experience medium degree of mental issues, while 9% experience severe or very high level of mental suffering. Still, it should be followed and have a method for this problem. From 2011 to 2019, the percentage of high mental distress of New Zealand people have been rising slightly. It shows that people have more problems over time. It is interesting to know about these rooms. These are meant to remove tiredness and anger from 20 to $150. The person is allowed to enter a room for 30 minutes to 2 hours. The room consists of baseball bats, hammers, axes at the corner, and the room consists of all the waste TVs, computers, furniture, barrels, toaster of male, female, and kids, and unopened windows. There are music which are electrifying and raging. Or the person has to break and smash every item with a hammer or bat. At his wish, with all the anger and stress, you can throw the item out of the window if you wish to. Here are some practice 92 strength and weaknesses. First is about the strength of this company. Practice 92 is located in the strength central area, so it is easy to reach many customers. The center has opened for 5 years, also being the top of three of the best psychiatrists in Auckland, so it already has a group of loyal customer base and certain potential growth. Besides the smash room session, there are also counseling sessions with the psychologists to help customers maximize their stress relieving experience. This is one of our main competitive advantage that help us compare with our rivals. However, Practice 92 still has a significant problem in that it does not have many headquarters to establish coverage in many different places, so the number of customers remain limited. 92 is leading private psychological practice, boasting dedicated psychiatrists and psychologists who provide treatment for all symptoms and complexity of mental health. This is one of the largest subspecialty private psychological center in Auckland. Practice 92 has 10 psychiatrists and 8 psychologists who specialize in working with children, adolescents, adults, and couples experience difficulty in their relationships or with an emotional or behavioral problem such as depression, anxiety, or ADHD. The product has several significant strengths such as helping customers to solve psychological problems quickly due to the combination of physical activity in the smash room and short consultation with therapists in practice 92, providing the environmental friendly, comfortable clothes for and protective gear for the user. However, there are several drawbacks such as it can cause backfires. A customer can become addicted and lose control in other places. Furthermore, it can be a bit expensive because it's rarity. Considering the environmental factors of product markets, New Zealand is the location we decide to penetrate and develop. So first and foremost, the external environmental factors of New Zealand affecting the product are the initial factors that we choose to consider when implementing the project. Let's analyze some key factors in terms of politics and legal at first. New Zealand is a country which belongs to the Commonwealth of Nations. This union can be seen as one of the most powerful groups in politics and economics, which include the United Kingdom, Canada, Australia, and New Zealand, and some of other small countries. They already build a strong connection and each country has a huge support from others. It also has high political stability with the lowest corruption in the world. This can be seen as the opportunity for the development of our product because it creates an ideal background environment for sustainable development. Secondly, the economical factors will be considered carefully. New Zealand is a developed and rich country with an estimated GDP around 212,000 billion USD in 2022. We can see the dramatic increase in the map on the screen. The total values of gross domestic product have risen by nearly 6% over 30 years. Moreover, New Zealand has a simple and clear tax system, even though the tax level is quite high. That simplicity is an advantage which would take a long time to build it. This is also another opportunity because it creates a potential market for both domestic and foreign firms. In terms of social and cultural factors, New Zealand is a country which has diverse ethnic groups and cultures. There are four main groups of people including Maori, Asian, Pacific people, and European, and others. Uh, those people are friendly, open-minded, and the discrimination rate is very low. Besides that, they have a high quality of life, so they tend to pay more attention to the health. This group of consumer in the future. And lastly, technology is another crucial factor. In recent years, the rapid growth in the industry of technology is obviously in New Zealand. There are many groups which have been established to speed up the technology ecosystem in the whole country. With that fast improvement, more and more people become the technology user. This can be seen as one opportunity for corruption to do advertisement via the internet and social media channels.
We have two main competitors in the market. One is the leader and one is the challenger.
And analyzing the information from the macro market as mentioned above. Now we will go to the issue related to the customer base by applying the STP model to separate the market into a few groups having some similar characteristics. Three groups of variables are applied including demographic, geographic, psychographic, and behavioral. In New Zealand, after the survey in terms of many demographics, the customer segment of our product is young people from age 13 to 24 and people aging from 25 to 40. In comparison to other age groups, a higher percentage of 13 to 17 years old and 18 to 24 years old report suffering from moderately severe or severe depression. Our service will be provided for both men and women because they demand to assess mental health and addiction service was the same in 2020. 15.1% male and 49.9% female. Moreover, according to the survey, this service should target more Maori and Asian consumer segments. The reason is that in 2020 and 2021, Maori were the most likely to accept mental health and addiction services, with 63,000 clients for every 100,000 population, and the percentage of Asian clients using those services increased by 21% during the 9 years from 2012 to 2021 will be carried out in the heart of Auckland, which is near the University of Auckland. Because of the customer segment based on the demographic analysis is young people from 15 to 24 who are learners in high school and university, and the center location will be close with the workplace of many people aging from 25 to 40. New Zealand said that they manage daily stress effectively with older age group being better able to manage it than younger age groups. It means that young people still keep finding the suitable way to deal with the problem, so more methods should be used more, and our service will be one of the noticeable one.
The second step in the STP model is identifying a flagrant target market to know exactly who are the customers we need to serve. In order to assess that segment is attractive or not, 5 criteria are applied including identifiable, reachable, responsive, profitable, and substantial. Our main target market is people aging from 15 to 24 years old. and some individual in the group of people aging from 25 to 40 years old. This market is identifiable because all target customers are in an identifiable group. Most university students are stressed about their studies, and a lot of workers are stuck in depression at the office with long working hours. It is reachable because the age group above are most likely to utilize social network and media outlets, and nowadays TikTok are the best platform for promoting this service to people with a low budget. Responsiveness is another characteristic of this market segment. The reason is that with the current trend and degree of development, the need to evaluate threat is large and very urgent. That market segment can be seen as a profitable segment due to the estimated profit and quite good turn rate, which is calculated based on all kinds of costs. Smart Strat primarily target students over the age of 18, an office professional with a minimum salary adequate to cover daily living expenses. Each kind of stress reduction services cost between 20 to 40 New Zealand dollar per hour. There will be incentive to make it easier to reach anyone. Lastly, it is a totally substantial market segment because the service target segment is extraordinarily vast. In 2020, there were 562,000 firms and 2.3 million employees, and 397,000 students were enrolled in 2020. Our targeting strategy is a concentrated marketing strategy that will be employed to target different clients. With this group's product, marketers employ this method to zero in on certain segment and build message for each segment. The question of who is and want to utilize the room for threat is critical for controlling consumer behavior in a more positive direction. The response will define what kind of threat experiences are created and who is targeted. What draw college students is their limited inventiveness in way of solving their problems, whereas what appeals to millennials is the possibility of just relaxing after hours of working stressfully. We hope that when we customers have stress, they will think about smarter threats. So this is the table about our SWOT matrix. We apply those matrices to find out the most suitable marketing mix strategies for our products. So, if you have any stress, you know what to do. Let's smart the stress.